Human Rights Watch is able to move governments by communicating their misdeeds to an influential audience. And a group like the people collected here at the Tech Tour is exactly the kind of audience we want to reach. And these are people who are respected, they're dynamic, they're influential within their countries, and they're the kind of people who can move public opinion and push their governments to do something about the most problematic abusers around the world. So this is a perfect audience for me to address. And I have to say that they were incredibly receptive. I presented myself as just another entrepreneur. They're building companies that are making profit. I'm building an institution that is trying to better the world, but we each are building something. And Human Rights Watch has grown, maybe not quite as quickly as the fastest growing tech firms, but nonetheless very quickly. We are a global operation. We are facing the same kinds of problems that many of the tech startups or mid-sized companies in the tech tour are also facing. And so just as business leaders and institution runner, we have many things in common. But the human rights movement also has really been built on the revolution in communications technology. And so what these entrepreneurs in the Tech Tour are doing, enhancing our ability to use data, to use technology, to improve our ability to communicate quickly and to understand the world, these are the tools that the human rights movement has used as we move faster and better and more effectively in putting pressure on governments to stop abuse. So there's a deep commonality between the tech community and the human rights movement. And I'm feeling that commonality in the response to my talk, as so many people have come up and said, what you do is great. How can I be a part? How can I help? There's just an identity of values and interests here that has been very heartening. Human Rights Watch brings that same pragmatism to the work that we do. Our data are the facts that we collect in our investigations, and we deploy that information not to better a product, but rather to intensify our ability to put pressure on governments to respect the basic rights of their people. So there's a real empiricism to the work of both the tech entrepreneurs here and the essential work of Human Rights Watch. Now that's resonating with people. They have come up to me and say, it's amazing what you do. You're in a sense making entrepreneurial use of the information you gather, just as we make entrepreneurial use of technology and the data that we're collecting to try to kind of move our venture forward. And so many people identify with what I'm doing. They are often asking, how can I help? And fortunately they can, because Human Rights Watch has been built around a series of committees in different cities, most of them in Europe. And people who want to help build the organization and advance the cause can join one of these committees. And these are the committees who help us make contacts with governments, with journalists. They contribute their resources as donors. They bring in other people who are interested in helping to build Human Rights Watch. And it's precisely through the kind of network that has been assembled here at the Tech Tour that Human Rights Watch has built the organization from a tiny little group of volunteers to a global institution. So this is exactly the audience I want to be speaking with, and fortunately for me, they seem very receptive to my message.